Yo, everybody, what's poppin'? It's your boy MastaStef here, back at it again with a new series. It's gonna be a really small one. Talking about all of the assists in Pokken Tournament. There's a bunch of assists. Not everybody knows what they all do. I don't even know what they all do yet. I haven't even unlocked them all because I'm lazy. But I'm going to be going one by one, talking about all the different support sets and what they do, their advantages, disadvantages, what's good about them, what sucks about them, things like that. So for this episode, I'm gonna start covering the first two. I'm going to cover Snivy and Lapras and Emolga and Fenneken. So let's get started. So a few good things about Emolga at the beginning is that it's really fast. Like it comes out super fast. It's full screen. It has a slow debuff as well. There's a long debuff too. For those of you who don't know, there's long and short buffs and debuffs. But Emolga applies a long, slow debuff, so they'll be slowed for a while, which slowing your opponent's really good. Let me see. You can also combo after it in both phases. So in field phase, if you happen to land a hit, well, that's with the wall. But even without the wall, if you happen to land a hit, you can follow up with something, depending on what character you are. Maybe not every character can combo after it full screen, but a lot of characters with projectiles can, or if they have really fast movement, they can get in and combo after it. It also gives you a knockdown on hit. So if you ever hit somebody with it, they get knocked down full screen. So even if you can't combo off it, you get close to them if you want to get close. Or if you want to zone them, unless you set up some kind of zoning things full screen as well. So that's really good. Especially since this is tied to Fenneken, you can switch between the ones depending on the matchup. So if you're a zoner, you can use Emolga to counter zone, or you can use Fenneken to just keep them off of you. You can also use the punish projectile full screen. So for example, I'll set Braxton to shoot her little projectiles. So she's shooting those, and you have Emolga, since it's so fast, you can actually see when she starts it, and it'll punish her for shooting it, unless you get in on her. And now she's slower too, so if you're already having issues getting close to her, you can get close and hit them. Another thing about it is that it can also be used to extend combos as well. So if you really wanted to use it for a combo extension, you can use it like this. It comes out really fast, so you have time to get close to them, and you can, combo after it. It's also really good at anti-airing, so if they ever jump in at you, or they jump, even if they jump full screen and you see them jump, you can actually use it to anti-air them because it's so fast. So if they jump, it'll anti-air them. Even in dual phase, same thing. They jump, it'll anti-air them before they hit the ground. If you react fast enough, of course. If your reactions are not the best, then maybe not. And the last good thing I want to talk about Emolga is that it counter pierces armor. So if they happen to armor attack you, it will definitely break through the armor, and you would get a hit. That leads me to its negatives. Although it is really fast on startup, it doesn't have any armor or invisibility on startup, so you can be hit or grabbed out of it. Generally, though, if you get hit out of it, it's a good trade for you because they'll still take all of the hits because it comes out so fast. So if you happen to get hit by it, doesn't matter, you take one attack, then you get a combo afterwards or whatever. But it can be grabbed out of since it has no armor, so that's something you got to watch out for. So if you don't just do it on someone's wake up or something, because they can just wake up with a grab. It's kind of hard to get a computer to do what you wanted to do though. So okay, this is not working. Okay, I'm gonna just walk into it so you can see. Yeah, see, you can get grabbed out really easily. And overall, it has really low damage. Only does 50 damage on hit, which isn't that much, but overall, I think Emolga's pretty good assist. But now let's move on to Fenneken. So Fenneken is more of a defensive assist. It doesn't really offer much as far as like offense goes. So mainly the zoners want to use it, or if you have really good field phase and dual phase and you're just afraid of someone turning the tables on you, Fenneken is a pretty good assist to use for that. It does pierce armor as well, just like Emolga. And you can also combo after. So if you're in dual phase and someone knocks you down and you wake up with it and they get hit, you can actually combo after. Some characters have an easier time than others. Like I know Braxton can just do whatever she wants after it. But you can definitely combo after it, get a knockdown. It does pretty decent damage. It does like I think 80 or 80 damage off top. So that's not bad. for what it does. And it's invincible on startup. So if they try to do anything to you on startup, so let's say they try to attack, it'll go through their attack, it'll go through grabs. It is fully invincible on startup. That being said, it's not really a good anti-air though, because the startup is extremely slow. So if they try to jump in at you, even if you react to the jump, they'll have time to land and block afterwards. The computer's not blocking, but you can see they have time to land. So it's not really good for anti-air. The startup's really slow, so most people can react to it. So even if they do press something on your wake up, unless it's something that's going to be like active for a long time, they have time to block and adjust to whatever you're doing. And it's not really good for combo extending either, because it's not really like not much. It comes out too slow to really extend combos unless it's like a wall combo, but the damage really isn't worth it anyway. And there's one final thing about Fenneken that I'll have to show you. I need help from my lovely assistant. But yeah, so it's invincible on startup, but not during the animation itself. So if you have burst already, you can burst attack through Fenniken assist, which I will demonstrate for you as soon as we get our respective burst and a support back. And this is actually a punish I learned from DC, so shout outs to DC. Alright, cool. So I'm gonna burst, I'm gonna use Fenneken, and he's gonna time it. And right there is a punish. Use the invisibility of your burst attack to go through the explosion, and they're vulnerable on the inside. And that's something I didn't know about Fenniken assist until I played against DC and he told me about it. So shout outs to him. And that's basically it on Fenniken assist though. That's Fenneken in a nutshell. That's all I have to say about Emolga and Fenneken. So now I'm going to go ahead and move on to Snivy and Lapras. Alright, and so now we're moving on to the Snivy and Lapras support set. I'll start with Snivy and work my way down to Lapras because I like going in order. So Snivy is a pretty good assist. It's not. I originally thought Snivy and Lapras weren't really a good support set at all, but you know, after playing around with them, I think they're a little bit better than I gave them credit for at first. Starting out with Snivy. So Snivy has a really quick startup. So the animation is really long, but he travels forward and it comes out relatively fast. It has armor on startup too. So although you can still be grabbed out of it, if they try to like mash an attack during it, they'll just get hit because armored startup. And it's really fast too, so it's like they get, like you saw, their button was already out and the armor just ate through it. So that's one really good thing about it. You can't combo off of it if they're on the ground, but if they happen to jump, you actually get like a pretty decent combo depending on the character. Let me show you if I can get to it. So if they happen to jump and you react with a jump and anti-airs, you can get a pretty good combo. I just completely messed that up. Yeah. It's pretty scaled though because Snivy's damage isn't the greatest. But you still get it. It's still a combo. You can also use it to extend combos though. It varies from character to character. And it might not always be worth it. It's probably just better as like a lockdown most of the time anyway. But you could definitely use it to extend combos. I missed my electro web. Bad things about it though, it can be grabbed out of, like it's armor startup, but it doesn't stop it from being grabbed. So if your opponent sees you, like just do it in their face, they can react with a grab. Or anything that pierces armor for that matter. And you can't combo from a ground hit. It always knocks down if they're on the ground. So the most you get is just like you can just walk up and do something on their wake up, which I guess isn't bad depending on the character. You also don't recover until like almost the end of the animation. So unlike other assists where you recover, you can move around freely. You have to kind of wait for like almost all of Snivy's hits to go through to do something, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because if they happen to block, you still have enough time to like sneak in like a tick throw or something. So if they block, you can like tap jab, see when you recover it and throw them or something while they're still respecting you. But yeah, other than that, the only really bad thing I don't like about Snivy is that it has like relatively short range. Like it doesn't go very far. Yeah, it's like half distance away from your opponent. You have to be like this far away for it to hit in field phase. and like around here for it to hit in dual phase. Like I said, since it takes so long for you to recover, you really can't use it to get in on your opponent. So even if they block it, they'll recover around the same time you recover, and then you're just back at 0, basically. So let's move on to Lapras now. And Lapras will be the last assist I talk about in this video. I'll move on. I'll try to cover all of the assists in future videos, but I'm going to do like 2 per video probably. That's the best way I see to do it. So Lapras. Now, I actually like Lapras a lot more than I thought I would. One thing I love about Lapras, right off the bat, is that Lapras just has high base damage. Just like if they get hit by a raw Lapras, 141. Just for getting hit by Lapras. No field points, just a raw 141. That's really good. Another thing that's really good about Lapras is that it eats through most projectiles in both phases, actually. So if you're going against a zoner, you might want to think about using Lapras. I'm not sure how much durability it has, but it has a decent amount. So if you just throw a little projectile, you throw a Lapras, it'll eat through the projectile. It might not be fast enough to punish all projectiles, but it just goes pretty fast. But that was definitely a punish, you can tell, because it says a frozen hit at the top. So if you react, frozen hit lets you know it's a punish in training mode. If you didn't already know, just go down here to punish, and whenever you get a counter attack or a punish, it'll say a frozen hit. Back that on. Another really good thing about Lapras is that it does a lot of damage, knock down on hit as well. So at full screen or half screen, if you're zoning you out and you happen to get a hit on them, it knocks them down. So you can get in. It's a long knockdown too, like they're down for a while. So you can use all of that time in the world to get in. They have to respect it too. It goes full screen as well. So if you're in dual phase and you just want to make them respect your full screen Lapras, you can. And now you have Lapras running in at them and you can go behind them. Like Lapras is really good. Also is really good at extending combos too. Because it just has so much damage that it just does a bunch of damage at the end of a combo. So I messed up, autopiloted into a different combo. Whoops. Oh, I'll keep doing that. There we go. And destroy a Lapras, and it's like 40 extra damage at the end of a combo. For no reason, like 30. Also, on top of that, it can be grabbed out of on startup, but it pierces through armor, and it comes out really fast. So if they throw out an attack, generally you would trade, and the trade is still in your advantage, regardless, because they get hit. So if they throw out a button, Lapras will hit them out, and if you're near the wall, you can just combo off it. And it's a bunch of damage because they get hit by Lapras, and whatever you do after that's going to hurt. Even in field phase, if you can combo off it if they're near a wall. Oops. So if they get hit by it and near a wall, you can follow up with something depending on the character. And it just does a bunch of damage. It's really fast startup. Let me see, what am I missing? Let me check my notes. The only thing I really don't like about Lapras, or the only thing that's really bad about it, in my opinion, is that you can be grabbed out of, which really isn't that big of a deal. There's no armor on startup, but it pierces their armor, so they try to armor through it, then they're just going to get hit. And you can't really combo from it if it just hits normally. So if it just hits on the ground, you can't combo from it, that's no big deal. But if they happen to jump and you anti-air with it, it's kind of awkward to anti-air with. But if you manage to get an anti-air, it's actually really worth it because of all the damage you can get off of it. It's easier near the corner. Mid-screen, you might have to like change up your combo depending on your character. But yeah, that's like 170 right there. And if you're in the corner, you can get like really good confirmed. Depending on how high up they get hit is another thing. Yeah. So that's basically it for Lapras and Snivy. They're really good assists. Better than I thought they were. Now I know why Balamar was using them all through our DreamHack with his Lucario. They're really well-rounded. Like if you play like a well-rounded character, they're really good assists, I feel, for you. Not every character might be able to benefit from them, but they're pretty decent in my opinion. Alright everybody, that's all I have for this video. Expect the next video soon. I plan to do these support set videos every week or every other week at the most. Also, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. And also, don't forget about our Pokken controller giveaway. That actually ends in about 2 weeks, I think. So go ahead, if you haven't seen it, share and like it on Facebook and Twitter, and get your chance to win one. Anyway, MastaStef signing out. Later.